It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I was about to go to bed, but we have Star Wars news. Let's talk about it. All right, I was just about to go to bed, but then I found this article. It reads, The Mandalorian Season 4, rumored to be reworked as a movie, could release before Daisy Ridley's Star Wars film. In a surprise turn of events, the rumor mill is suggesting that this fourth season of The Mandalorian might turn out to be the next Star Wars movie instead of the one starring Daisy Ridley as Rey. According to Jeff Snyder on the Hot Mic, that might be what's happening. He claims the odds are in its favor that a movie of The Mandalorian is on its way in place of a fourth season, claiming this new development may be influenced by the disruption caused by the writers and actor strikes earlier this year. In addition to that, he also stated that this would come out ahead of Daisy Ridley's new Star Wars movie starring Rey. So why would the actor strike cause them to turn it in from a TV show into a movie? I totally understand like delays and stuff, but I feel like a movie's more expensive and probably making less money based on Disney's recent track record. Oh, I bet what it is they're already getting the Disney Plus subscriptions, so they're not making any extra money. If they put it into the film, then they get ticket sales if people go watch it in theaters. That's probably what it is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. The original plan was for the next installment in the Din Djarin story to be a season of TV. As Jon Favreau had said earlier this year, the scripts were all done. Snyder says the strikes may have changed some of those things, though stunt double Brendan Wayne posted last month that season 4 of Mando is getting ramped up. Notice he didn't say something vaguer just like The Mandalorian. That's a stretch, but moving on. It also makes you wonder what is becoming of Dave Filoni's Star Wars movie, which was supposed to wrap up the events of the Mandoverse in an epic finale for The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, and Ahsoka series. Would this new movie replace his one or simply precede it? Theoretically, there's no reason we couldn't get a standalone Mandalorian film before the big finale film, but it would threaten to rob Filoni's film of some of its grandeur if there's already going to be another film releasing that features the same characters. Okay, so my big takeaway from this article is I have two big concerns if this is true. If these rumors are true and we are getting a Mandalorian movie, two big concerns. Number one is, does Mandalorian translate well to the big screen? I actually saw a recent interview with Cillian Murphy and Margot Robbie on Variety, where Cillian Murphy points this exact thing when she's asking about Peaky Blinders.
Is there going to be a spin-off movie?
Well, it's kind of sometimes hard to kind of move into the film format.
Well, a lot of shows don't translate well to the big screen, so you're going to have to convince Cillian that it would, which is totally fair. He loves Peaky Blinders. He wants it to be represented correctly if they are going to go on the big screen, and I feel the same way. I don't know that Mandalorian translates that well. He doesn't talk that much. He's kind of a silent, brooding type, and it's the same concern that I would have for Peaky Blinders. I just don't know that it converts that well. If you disagree with me, let me know. I hope it's a good movie if they make it, but I want to be optimistic. Number two is nothing to do with The Mandalorian, and is honestly just my biggest concern with Star Wars right now. We are 7 years away from the most recent good Star Wars movie in Rogue One. That was 2016, 7 years ago. And Disney released 5 films in 4 years, and when only one of them is received at all well, that's not good. And something to note is that we are 7 years away from the last good Star Wars film. That's the same time frame from the release of Revenge of the Sith and when Disney bought Star Wars. So it has been a significant amount of time, even though it doesn't feel like that because COVID just jumped us forward what it feels like 3 years. Also, quick side note, Lucas bought Star Wars on October 30th, 2012. And the reason I know that, because that's my freaking birthday and it's ruined forever. Screw you, Disney. But honestly, regardless of what movie comes next, I'm just concerned because I think Disney's lost a lot of trust from the community of Star Wars. And I don't want that. I want to love the films, but honestly, I don't care about the Rey film. I'm going to go watch it because I love Star Wars, but I'm kind of just preparing to be sad at what I'm watching. I don't want to see that happen with Mando, who I really like, and I think he's a good character in TV. And my fear is that Disney is going to make the same mistake they made between 2015 and 2019, which is release too many movies. I had an argument with one of my really good friends in college when Disney bought Star Wars, and he said that they're going to ruin the mystique of Star Wars, and it's not going to be as special because we're going to have so much of it. And I got into a big old argument with him on why that wasn't true and why we needed more Star Wars. It's going to be a good thing. And boy, was I wrong. And I'm kind of afraid that they're going to make the same mistake again, where they just overload us with a bunch of Star Wars movies that aren't even that good, and then we just all get a sour taste in our mouth again. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being sour. Maybe a Mandalorian movie is exactly what Disney needs to course correct Star Wars back to the top. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want to see a Mandalorian movie, or would you guys prefer to see it as a TV show? See you guys.